Okay, guys. Yes, I'm doing a proof of life stream here this morning. Let you know that yes, I am still here. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to stream. As you can tell, hopefully y'all can understand me a little bit better today. But anyway, there's just been so much stuff going on. And by the way, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stream today. All right. I'll do what I can do and then I'll quit. That's all that I can say. I got to talk about what's going on in Minnesota and ice. All right. Because I don't think I've done any streaming since all this crap in Minnesota, which all this in Minnesota started with one 23-year-old with a cell phone camera, Nick Shirley. All this has started with one man, 123. Can you believe 123-year-old? In the Sword of Truth, and is either the first book or the second book, they talk about the pebble in the pond. And the pebble in the pond, you throw that pebble in and you get the ripples. And you never know what them ripples are going to affect. You got the leaves that just sort of float on top of them, doesn't really affect them. Then you've got like the water lilies that, stop the ripple. They rise up and down, but the ripple ends there. Then you got the other ones that they go up and down or they move, but they cause other ripples. Then you have your flies and bugs and water skimmers and such that they're affected by the ripples in different ways. That's what Nick Shirley was. He was that pebble in the pond. He jumped in that pond in Minnesota. And showing the fraud going on with the Smollin daycares, which drew national attention to Minnesota and the Somali community. And look what has happened. Governor Tim Walz, the man who wanted to be vice president and who the Democrats wanted to be vice president, withdrew from running from re-election. And now there are rumors, and I'm rumors, that he is going to resign as governor. And other rumors that that's the reason as to why he's resigning. And I'm rumors. Okay, I can't say that enough. Rumors that he not only knew about the Somali fraud, but he personally benefited from it. Now, did he benefit from it financially? I don't know. Did he benefit from it politically by ignoring it and getting the Somali backing? Remember, it was under him that Minnesota changed their state flag to look more like the Somalian flag. All right. And he said Ilhan's uh, unqualified support. So, yes, the rumors are there. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. We've got hundreds of ICE officials in Minnesota now. We've got thousands of people protesting ICE. We've got the national media lying. And anytime they're not telling the truth, I'm going to call it a lie. Well, they're telling part. No, they're lying. When they don't tell you the whole truth, they're lying. It's called lies by omission. They're still lying about this woman being killed. Hey, morning, Robin. They're still lying about this woman being killed and what happened. They're lying about her past. They're lying about her wife's past. They're lying about her children and why, of her 3 children, she's only got custody of 1. Well, had custody of 1. So they're lying because they don't like Trump. They don't like the fact that one person went in and showed fraud among a minority community. They don't like it, so they're lying by omission. CNN headline about Renee, how she was a mother of 3 who loved to sing and write poetry. Yeah, I'm having a sip on hot tea here, guys, so that's the only thing that I can. Hot tea and toast. That's the only thing I've been able to keep down. Dip toast in tea. The wife thinks it's gross, but hey. But at least I'm able to. It's apple spice tea this morning. I'm so tired of turmeric. Hey, morning, Neil. That woman, Renee, she was ordered out of her car. First of all, she was paid. She was a paid protester, paid by one of the Soros's groups. She was paid to go out and follow ICE, her and her wife. She was paid to go and block a one-way road so ICE couldn't get down it. And when she was ordered to get out of her vehicle, and the video's out there, she put that vehicle 4,000 plus pound vehicle. It could weigh anywhere between 4,000 to 4,600 pounds. She put it in reverse, put it in forward drive, and then hit the gas. Put it in reverse, backed up, put it in drive, went forward. She hit that ICE agent. That ICE agent did not draw his weapon until she started pulling forward. Yeah, there's a commentators out there saying showing a still picture of him having his hand on his weapon and claiming that he drew the weapon before she moved her vehicle. But if you watch the video, he didn't draw the weapon until she started moving forward. Hey, morning, Paul. Thank you. Then there's the people out there, and the media. Well, she didn't obey the police order. She didn't obey the orders. That doesn't deserve to be killed. Oh, yeah. That's funny. You didn't say that about Ashley Babbitt. Oh, that was different. She was in the Capitol building. And she didn't have a weapon. She wasn't in a 4,000-pound weapon. And that's what a vehicle is when you point it at somebody, a 4,000-pound weapon. It doesn't matter. Now, I was saddened by Ashley Babbitt's death. Of course, I thought it was a worthless death. But she was also someplace she didn't belong, inside the Capitol building. You have it. Oh, yeah, Paul, that was a fast draw. Now, that officer, according to reports, excuse me, guys, according to reports, not too long ago, he was struck by another person doing basically the same thing, and he was severely injured. So he's got a bit of a paranoia about somebody hitting him with their vehicle again. He Do I like the fact that Renee was killed? No, but it was her own fault, and it was her wife's fault. Drive, baby, drive. We can't forget that her wife said that. Drive, baby, drive. I do not understand. 10 years ago, Actually, every Democrat up until this last administration, every elected Democrat in federal office. Well, I can't say every. Most elected Democrat in federal offices all agreed that illegal immigration was wrong and that they needed to be deported. Joe Biden, Obama said it. Hillary Clinton said it. Bill Clinton said it. More than once. Joe Biden even said it prior to him becoming elected president. This is one of the circumstances, I believe, Mayorkas did as he wanted to do. He took advantage of Joe Biden's dementia, lack of mental competency to do as he damn well wanted to do when it comes to enforcing immigration laws and border security. Even though Kamala was supposed to have been the border czar, she's as worthless as a umbrella in a hurricane. She wasn't worth spit against a forest fire. And Mayorkas had free reign to do as he wanted to do. And the press never held him to account. He never got held to account. And no, I am not forgiving or forgetting our weak ass Republicans in Congress. Oh, they talk a damn good game. But what are they doing? What is Mike Johnson and this crew Republicans actually doing? They're not doing squat. Now, yes, I understand that when it comes to the Senate, the Democrats can block anything they want to block. Yes, that is a given. The Democrats can block whatever the hell they want to block. But that doesn't mean the House Republicans can't get things done. Let's get bills out there and passed by the House Republicans. And get the votes by the Democrats out there on record in the Senate. The Senate Republicans are going to be holding hearings. They should have been holding hearings. Pam Bondi, where are your arrests? Dan Bongino, you were such a disappointment. Kash Patel, you are really a disappointment, my man. Where are the FBI arrests? Pam Bondi, where's the prosecutions? Trump, why aren't you pushing them to do their jobs? Internationally, Trump's been doing a great job. Argentina. He loaned a crap ton of money to Argentina. Argentina paid it back with an additional $47 million. They paid back what was supposed to be a fairly long, a fairly not quite a short term, but not quite a long term loan. And the Democrats and the media were going nuts. They've already paid it back, plus $47 million in interest. I know $47 million isn't a huge, look at the national budget, it's not a huge chunk of change. But it's better than losing $47 million. And it's better than breaking even. You didn't hear much about that in the media, have you? Ouch. Just burnt my hand. My wife got me a warmer plate to keep my tea warm for me. And I just touched the bottom. I can put it to, it's 160 degrees to against the bottom, and that really warms up the bottom of that coffee cup. But like I was saying, Nick Shirley was this pebble in the pond. With all this going on in Minnesota, is a result of Nick Shirley. Now, is he a demon or a hero? That has, it all depends on your perspective. We've got a lot we've got to do. I was going to do a different thumbnail for today rather than just doing proof of life. I was going to get on Copilot and generate a thumbnail of Minneapolis burning. Yep, my tea. I can't drink coffee right now, Neil. As much as I would love to be drinking, I can't drink more than half a cup, more than 8 ounces. Well, 1 cup, 8 ounces of coffee, and and even that throws me all to hell and back. Tea isn't as rough on me right now. Like I said earlier, my breakfast of choice lately has been tea and buttered toast, and dipping the buttered toast into the tea. So if that tells you, no omelets, no breakfast burritos, no bacon. I did have bacon last night with dinner. I'll tell you about my dinner later on, though. But it was a good dinner last night. I pulled off a good dinner. But I just want. We're not going to get the Democrats. We're not going to get the liberals. We're not going to get these kids to understand that the ICE agents are doing the right thing as long as the The left-wing biased media is out there propelling lies. Not as long as we have governors like Waltz sit there saying that he's going to go to war with the national government. Now, there's a call for insurrection, saying that he's going to go to war with the national government. The county that this shoot, don't ask me to remember the name of this county in there in Minnesota, but that's the same county where the sainted George Floyd died, and Chauvin ended up in prison. Now, Chauvin didn't stand a chance, even though the medical report showed that Floyd died of other things. That knee to the back of his neck did not kill him. That he had OD'd, but that didn't save him. Facts did not save him. Well, this is the same county. And the prosecutor who got elected after the George Floyd incident is going after the ICE agent. There is a big difference over here. The ICE agent is a federal employee. And as a federal employee, he can, from my understanding, demand that the trial take place in a federal court, not a state court. Because as a federal employee who is performing his job as a federal employee, he can demand that it, so rather than being on trial in a county that's 97% blue, he can be tried, if necessary, if it goes that far, in a federal court. A little bit more balanced of a jury. Maybe not a whole lot more balanced, but it'll be a bit more balanced. And then, of course, if he is tried in a federal court, Trump can then, and he is convicted, worst case, and Trump can pardon him. If he's tried in a state court, in that county court, then Trump can't pardon him. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Good luck, Skippy. So there's going to be a few benefits here for him. But that's not saying his life's going to be easy. He's been doxxed. People already know where he's lived. If there has not already been protests at his house, there's plans to protest at his house. His family's life is his family, if he's got one, is going to have to leave for their own safety. So yeah, there's a lot to this here that's going to be happening. And a lot of it's not good. A black police chief, I wish I'd gotten his name. A black police chief got out there and he said what needed to be said. He said, if you get out there protesting, and you have the right to protest, But if you get out there and you're protesting and you start interfering with these ICE agents, you are breaking the law. If you get out there protesting and you start blocking their vehicles, you're breaking the law. If you get out there with your protesting and you're ramming their vehicles or you're ramming the agents, you're breaking the law. Now, why is it taking a black police chief to get this message out? Good question. Good question. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. Sounds smart. Mess with and possibly attack a person proven to be willing to protect himself. Yeah. I've been watching the videos. I'm sure you guys have too. These ICE agents have been shooting people in the face with the crowd control, that yellow stuff. I'm not so. I sat there and giggled about it a little bit, but I don't know if that's absolutely the wisest choice to shoot people in the face with it. Shooting them in the chest seems to me would be a better choice than shooting them in the face. Just from a public appearance position, public relations position, you know. I mean, now, like I said, I sit there and giggle about it. You know, take that, you son of a gun. You're getting it where you deserve it. But that doesn't look good on television. You know, they do the close up of this guy and his face is all yellow from that crowd control powder. I'm not saying I blame the agent for doing it. But I'm saying that is being used against them by the people who are firing up the protesters. It's being used against them in the media. So, from a public relations standpoint, that's not a good thing. No, Paul. Paul, we still have to get the population on our side. I understand what you're saying, but you know, we still have to get public opinion on the side of of the ICE agents instead of on the side of the protesters. I understand what you're saying, and in a way, I do agree with you, but that's not the smartest move. I'm not saying it's a dumb move. I'm just saying it's not the smartest move. We as a nation, we as Republicans, we have allowed, okay, we allow refugees come here on a temporary basis, but that temporary basis has been for, they've been living here temporarily for 30 years. Is that really temporary after 30 years? Are they still in temporary refugee status after being here for 30 years? We allow people 47% of the people who come here as refugees because their lives are in danger in their home countries. Their lives are in danger in their home countries. 47% go back to their home country on vacation. I thought your life was in danger. And that's why you moved here. That's why the United States is the only place you could go because your life was in danger in your home country and in the countries around your home country. That's why you had to go through 5, 6, 7 different countries to get here because your life was in danger in every place in betweenst. And yet, once a year or so, you go on vacation back to your home country. Why do we allow that? If you are here as a political refugee, if you are here because your life was in danger back in your home country, why do we let you go back to your home country, then come back here again? If you decide to go to your home country, you stay there. You're not allowed to go back to your home country. Well, yeah, you're allowed to go back. But if you decide to go back, you can't come here again. You lose your refugee status. And everything you own now becomes the property of the federal government. Everything. Everything left behind becomes property of the federal government. No, no. Oh, your daughter's in college? Oh, well. She doesn't own that. The federal government does. She doesn't own your house. She doesn't own your car. Everything that's in your name belongs to the federal government. Oh, Paul, you're exactly right. We've got some, you know, weak and I mean the Republicans that I used to, when they first got into office, man, I said, oh yes, man, finally we got somebody with some backbones. Crenshaw, Cruz, just to name two. Marsha Blackburn, I still got a lot of respect for. But I've lost respect for Ted Cruz. I've lost respect for Crenshaw. The only reason why I'm glad those two are still in office is because they help keep the Republican majority. But they're both disappointments. Crenshaw especially. And I bought his book. That's what really bothers me is I bought his book. But guys, like I said, I just wanted to do a proof of life stream here this morning. Let y'all know that yes, I am still alive. There's a couple other days I wanted to stream, but I got the computer turned on and I got the headset charged up, and I was like, okay, crap. Took my meds and fell asleep. So I haven't lost interest in streaming. I am going to still stream. It's just right now, Spanky and Smokey, if they teamed up against me, they'd win. But guys, know, thank you for coming out. Neil, Raman, Paul, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. This whole thing though going on in Minnesota, like I said, it all started with Nick Shirley and just a few simple videos he released on TikTok and YouTube. Think about it. A 23-year-old young man with a cell phone, using the camera on the cell phone, started all of this. Is he responsible for it? No, because the individuals are still responsible for their actions. But we've got plenty of people to blame. Elected politicians, news media, and individuals, and wealthy SOBs who are financing them. We got plenty of people out there that need to be blamed. Named, blamed, and shamed. And Tim Walz, are these rumors true that he is going to be resigning, that he is going to be indicted? The possibilities of honestly, I don't think he's going to get indicted by the federal government. I don't think that's going to happen. But is he going to resign? That would be interesting to see. But anyway, everyone, y'all have a good day. And I'll be back when I'm feeling better. All right.